What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina if you didn't watch the first video, and I'm carrying you through my monthly budgeting videos and how I've been paying off $2,500 a month in student loans. So did we meet the goal for February? Yes, we did. It was very, very hard. I cannot stress how hard it was this month. There was a couple extra things, longer hours that I ended up having to work in order to make sure that I got that. So yeah, let's just jump right in. So alright, so you guys can see here that January is already filled out for monthly expenses. We're going to start filling out the February budget and everything like that. So in terms of what I made for the month, I did not keep track, and I got to start doing that. But yeah, we're getting there. We're working on that. So for the monthly responsibilities, if you guys didn't watch the first video, I don't have a lot of monthly responsibilities. I have my car payment, my car insurance, my phone bill, an Adobe subscription, and iCloud storage. Okay, I don't have rent. Like I said in my previous video, I do live with my father, so I'm really fortunate to where I don't have to pay rent, but there are other expenses in terms of groceries and things like that, which are a little bit down below, so we'll be getting into that a little bit more, but yeah, so those are the only monthly responsibilities that I have. So we're going to fill those in. I did pay my car payment of $390, and then the car insurance was $220, so we paid that off. My phone bill was $90, so we had that as well. The Adobe subscription was $32, and the iCloud storage was $299. So those were all fully paid off. I have this lovely little thing here that I kind of wrote down again, all my expenses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and just highlight those so that way we can kind of keep this a little bit more organized than the last video that I had. So like I said, my Adobe subscription, paid that off. I'll see if you guys can see this here. The car insurance, paid that one off. Car payment, we got that one. There was the one for, let's see, the iCloud storage, $299. We got that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm missing one more. Let me see here. Which one is it? Oh, my phone bill. Okay, so phone bill is not on here just because the way that it works is I am under my sister's plan, and she is under my car insurance. So we have a swap where when she pays me for her half of her car insurance, we just deduct the $90. So the $90 will never ever show for the phone bill, but that is a part of that on here. So I just, in general, just pay that half of her car insurance. So that's why, even though my car insurance is $220, I'm paying $90 more on top of that for my sister's car insurance. So that won't actually show on here. In terms of my savings, I didn't really put any towards savings, you guys. So again, I'm going to put a 0 on there. I feel like I should be putting, money to the savings area. Do I have money in my savings? Yes, now I do. I have $300 put in there. That is just a source of part of my tax refund and stuff like that. So that is in my savings as of right now. So I guess we'll put that down, $285. Okay. So student loans, again, yes, I did meet that $2,500. You guys, I can't, like I said, it was very, very hard this month. There was one night that I ended up working a very, very long shift and made $440 in one night, and that's kind of what skyrocketed me to getting that extra 1,000, the second 1,000, because the way that I do this is I pay it in $1,000 increments, and then the last one is a 500, which generally will happen on the last week and a half of the work month. So $1,000, I pay that off, and then I start collecting another $1,000. I pay that one off. And like I said, generally that last week, is really where I get that 500. So to be honest with you guys though, in order for me to meet the goal for this month, I actually had to go into the first day of March, and I took about $100 from that day that I worked, and actually I took $20. So I took $20 from there and put it toward my student loans to get that $500. So I actually had $482, and I was missing, roughly $20, but ended up meeting the goal. So either way, still really good. Okay, now in terms of others, eating out, gas, medical, cat food, groceries, all that good stuff, there was a lot that I did. One, I went to go visit, again, my boyfriend in Canada, and so around Valentine's Day, and we ended up staying in the Toronto area, so there was a lot of expenses, like going out to eat and stuff like that. I got an Airbnb so we could stay in the downtown area, which was really nice. So there's a lot of expenses there. Sorry guys, I'm not doing so well right now. I'm actually recovering from a cold, so just bear with me on my coughing and all that stuff. Okay, so in terms of eating out, I'm actually going to pull up my calculator here. Let me see, I could probably do that on here. That might be easier. Here we go. So pulling up the calculator, here we are. Looks like I have a purchase for Starbucks, $5.83. So 5.83. So we're going to cross that one off. And then I have one for Taco Bell for $12.38. I have another one for Starbucks for $1.94. Okay, and then I'm crossing them off as I go as well, guys. So I have another one for Wendy's at $15.47. That was actually the day before Valentine's Day. Me and my boyfriend ended up having the worst time with our Airbnb, where they didn't have water, so we spent the entire day trying to find something else. We ended up getting a hotel, missed our reservations for our dinner, missed our reservations for this film festival that we were going to, which really sucked. And then by the time we got all ready, guys, everything was closed for food. So our last resort was Wendy's, and then we went to a Walmart and got ice cream and stuff like that. So it was a very rough, Valentine's Day. But anyways, aside from that, we did, so Tim Hortons for $5.89. And then there was, let's see, that's pretty, a Leo's Coney Island for $6.35. Okay, $47.86, guys. That's the total for food and stuff like that. Let's see, so eating out, $47.86. Now, that is kind of a lot. Again, I don't normally spend that much on things like that, so kind of a surprise to me. Really shocking, actually. So there's all of that. With gas, again, I did not really pay attention to how much I was spending on gas. I know I did spend a lot, so there was one for $10 here that I marked off, but I actually, when I went to Canada, I filled up with $35, and then when I got there, I don't think I filled up. I had to come back, and then I filled up with $10, and then filled up again with another $40 just to top everything off. So that right there on its own was 70 something bucks, and then I would assume within that I really probably only filled up one more time. But the way that I do it is, just as being a server, I almost just don't count that as a form of an expense for me. So when I'm there, one thing that I'll do is I'll eat I'll have a dinner or something like that if I don't pack a lunch or something. And that's really only $6 at most. So I pretty much just take that out of the tips that I even make. I don't even count that, and that's when I'm eating there at the restaurant. Another thing that I'll do is I'll just take the money, my my gas, and I'll just take that out as well. I don't even count that, and I just kind of keep that as like a bill. So I don't have anything on here to prove that I was paying for gas other than the $10 that I use for the card. But I'm going to honestly put roughly about $80 again for gas. So there's that. Didn't have any medical expenses or anything. In terms of cat food and cat maintenance, again, a lot of that was purchased through like going to the store, so I'm not really going to count that in here right now. I'm just going to do it as a form of groceries. So with groceries, I really didn't have to buy a lot of groceries just because of in January, I did purchase a lot of things. And like I said, guys, in the previous video, what I do is I buy these like frozen vegetables that are 10 for 10. They last me a long ass time, okay? They just last forever. Yeah, but they're just lasting forever. And so I still have some left. And then in terms of like vegetables or fruits or something like that, my dad kind of just surprised me and bought some, so I really didn't have to buy any. Okay, so if there are any expenses, let me see. There really wasn't too many. So I have some weird ones here, like a USPS, a hotel, which was for when I was in Canada, foreign transactions, tolls, things like that. I'm just going to put that into the miscellaneous. And with the miscellaneous, yeah, actually, so for personal items, let's do personal items real fast. So personal items, there was a couple things, like I had to buy some new pants for work, and also buy some shoes and everything like that. So I do have some things on here for stuff like that. So we're going to add up, let's see here, 18,001. So those are for my pants. And then, let me see, 22.99. So that's $41 for personal items. I'm going to put that there. Now in terms of the, we could do travel, actually. I'm going to cross that off, guys. So for my travel, I'm actually going to add up the hotel, which was $150.84. I'm going to add up all my simple foreign transactions, the toll, another toll, another weird foreign transaction, one more. Okay, and that's going to be 163.03. Oh wait, how much was that? 161.03. So I'm going to cross these off. Guys, I'm so sorry about these weird coughing and my voice going out and everything. Okay, in terms of miscellaneous, for miscellaneous, I'm going to put USPS there, and it was 55 cents. So it really was not that much. And that's pretty much it. So those are, yeah, that's pretty much all the expenses for the month, or anything that I made. Again, with my card, there was a couple things that I, again, do where I'm just putting cash on the side and stuff like that. But that was all the expenses for that, and that came out to a total of $906.02. Okay, and then with the student loans, that was $2,500, and then that came out to $3,406.02. So that pretty much on its own was everything that I made as a whole, probably give or take another like $100 or something like that, that I made, you know, in terms of gas and stuff. So I would say roughly about $3,500 is what I made for the entire month. In terms of my hours, you guys, I'm doing about, let's see. Okay, so for like checking my hours, this one was for the month of March, pretty much going from February 17th to March 1st. I did 23 hours in overtime, so I was doing, yeah, my regular is like 40 hours plus that 23 hours, so I was working a lot. And then even something before that, I think I had like 11 hours in overtime prior to that one. Yeah, 11 and a half hours. And then the one before that, which again would have fallen into the month of February, I had, this one says 2.5, almost 3 hours of overtime. So that's generally kind of what's going on. Again, that's how I paid another $2,500 off in student loans for the month of February. So coming to a total from January to February, I've paid off $5,000 in my student loans. Again, I would love to hear back from you guys in the comments below. If you guys have any helpful tips of some things, I'm looking at this. There were some things that I did spend money on that aren't always going to be a thing again, like that hotel and traveling and stuff like that. That's going to be happening every other month for me. So, you know, that's not a common expense. And I don't always have to buy things for work. So, you know, there are some things that are going to be fluctuating and changing. And I'm definitely trying to get a little bit better with keeping better track of all of my expenses. I'm starting to pay more attention to my hours and things like that at my job. So yeah, if you guys have any helpful tips, maybe some apps that you guys use, or what do you do, please leave it in the comments below. If there's questions that you guys have about anything, again, you know, just put them in the comments below. Let me know. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But again, thank you guys so much for watching.